What's up YouTube? It's Ben, and in this video, I'm gonna give you a current state of what the job market looks like. All right guys, so these numbers are really important for you to know because it's really exactly where the recruiting market stands, as in how much leverage and power you actually have to make a lot of money in recruiting and staffing right now. So as of just last month, there were 11.5 million jobs open in the United States. That is a very large number. Also paired with that, just last month, 4.5 million Americans either quit or changed their position just in the past 30 days. All right, so without going further into statistics, what does this all mean for you right here, right now? It means that the labor market is getting tighter and tighter and tighter, meaning clients, employers, companies are having more trouble finding the best talent possible, and the candidate pool is getting larger and larger and larger. Every single month for the past year straight, employers have added another 400,000 jobs every single month, meaning the demand there is huge. They are in dire need of workers. They're in dire need of top talent. That is exactly where you come in. Not only do employers need new talent, employers are doing new things they have not done before, like increasing pay for current employees and enticing new employees by raising pays by 5.5% on average, just to retain current employees and to bring new employees in. When we put all this data together, basically this means that employers are desperate. Yes, we can absolutely use the word desperate at this point. They're desperate to retain employees, they're desperate to get new employees, and they're basically just desperate to keep their operations running and going and profitable. To put it in simple terms, this means that we are in a candidate market like we've never seen before, which means that it's a recruiter's market, because the recruiter represents the candidate, of course, right? They also represent the client, but they represent the candidate first. So that being said, when you can find a client, which is relatively easy right now considering they're desperate, you can bring candidates to the table and you can have tons of leverage. Now, when you have this type of leverage, this amount of power, right? This amount of ability to raise the wage, this amount of ability to present candidates and get people hired like that, you have a lot of earning power as a recruiter. The state of affairs in our labor market is only going to keep going just like this for years to come. For this correction to actually come back to balance, it's going to take years to actually get back to normalcy, where we have a normal unemployment rate, a normal shortage, a normal gap, a normal pay rate, that we're not overly basically giving people money, extra money, just to come on board, just to keep the doors open for employers. That's not going to take just a year. That's going to take 2, 3, 4 years out, which means you're in the hottest market ever to start a recruiting agency, or to get into the staffing business, or to look at all of this just together and say, wow, that's an incredibly lucrative market. I better jump in at this point. So many people look at the economy and look at numbers and look at various news reports and think, oh man, that sucks, that's crazy. The market is just looking terrible. Well, when the dip is there, that's where you go, right? When the dip is down, that's when you buy, right? Because it's going to rise back up. So right now, with that being said, this is the time. This is your call to action to jump into recruiting and to actually make tons of money at this point and for years going forward. I study these numbers on a daily basis, like I said before, because this is all that I do, right? So looking at these numbers is crazy. When I see people making X amount of money for a job that should pay 10 to 15% less, that is crazy. But it's awesome for us. It's awesome for recruiters because we get that much more pay on our fees. We're able to charge that much more on our fees, which means there's just so much more money on the table for us. And you're leaving it on the table if you're not in the business. That leads me to your entry into the business. So how do you get into the recruiting business or start a staffing agency? Well, basically, it's quite simple. You basically jump right in, okay? There is some training involved. You need to understand how to recruit, what staffing looks like, how to find candidates, how to find clients. But we do all of that in our training programs in Recruiter Empire. Link in description in the bottom if you want to book a call with my team. And we'd love to chat with you about all of this stuff. And all the time that I've been following this data, like I said, I've never seen these numbers before. And it just implores me to motivate you guys to say, hey, it's time to jump in. It's time that you should be making money in recruiting. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, found some sort of value in the numbers that I just spouted out. But with that being said, smash a like button on this, hit the subscribe button, and be sure that you're in our Facebook group, Recruiter Empire, link in description of this video, where we talk about all this nonstop. And I'll see you next time.